My family stole my $40,000 life savings. So I took them all to court. In my family, there have always been two roles. My sister, she's the fun one. I'm the responsible one. This means for years, I've been the one carefully putting money away, building a savings, while she's been the one getting bailed out by my parents time and time again. I never complained. It was just how things were, and I'd done it. I'd built up a rainy day fund of $40,000. To them, it was just a number. To me, it was everything. It was every paycheck I didn't blow on clothes, every vacation I didn't take, every time I said no to a night out so I could say yes to myself. It was my get out of jail free card. It was my future, my independence. And it was sitting right there in my bank account, safe, or so I thought. Then, last year, my sister got engaged, and 1 week before the wedding, the panic started. The venue called. A main water pipe had burst, completely flooding the main hall. They had to invoke a force majeure clause and cancel the event, and the worst part, the entire massive deposit was non-refundable. It was just gone. My sister was hysterical. My parents were in a full-blown panic. They found a new, last-minute venue, but it required payment in full, upfront, and suddenly, all eyes turned to me. To my rainy day fund, to my independence, they begged me.
Please, you're the only one who can save this. You have your savings. We will pay you back every single cent.
My stomach was in knots. This was my entire safety net. But this was my family. So, feeling sick, I did it. I transferred the entire $40,000 and watched my account flatline. The wedding happened. It was beautiful. My sister was radiant. And as I watched her dance with my dad, I waited. I waited for the toast. For the part where my dad would say,
"And we have to give a special thank you to my other daughter, without whom none of this would be possible."
But the speech ended. The music started. And nothing, not one person mentioned my name. It was like I wasn't even there. I wasn't the hero of the day. I was just the help. I was the ATM. And as soon as the cash was dispensed, I was invisible. That feeling. That cold, empty feeling. It's when I first realized this might not go smoothly. My sister went on her honeymoon. A week passed, 2 weeks. Not a single thank you call. Not one "we're so grateful" text when they got back. I waited another week before I gently brought up the idea of a repayment plan. The response,
"We just got back. Can you just breathe for a second?"
A few weeks later, I asked again. Now it was,
"We're a little tight right now. Just give us some space."
The real turning point was a month later. I saw on my mom's social media that she and my dad were booking a 2-week European vacation. I felt this hot spark of anger. I confronted them. And they snapped at me.
You need to stop being so materialistic. It's just money. Family supports family. It was your duty to help.
My sister piled on, texting me later. "You're ruining my newlywed phase. Why are you hounding us?" Hounding them for my life savings. This went on for 6 months. 6 months of being gaslight, avoided, and treated like a loan shark. Then everything changed for me, and the stakes got even higher. My best friend, my sister from another mister, approached me. Maya and I had always dreamed of working together. She developed this incredible, innovative tech for sustainable packaging, and she needed a partner to help launch it. The opportunity was golden, a real game changer. It was my dream. But it required my exact share of capital, the $40,000 they owed me. My future was literally on the line. The very next day, my phone lit up. It was my sister's feed, a picture of her and her husband clinking champagne glasses. The caption,
The very next day, my phone lit up. It was my sister's feed, a picture of her and her husband clinking champagne glasses. The caption, celebrating the small fortune we're putting down on our dream house.
I felt the blood drain from my face. My fortune, that same evening, I'm getting home from my second shift job. And what pulls up to my apartment? A brand new luxury car. My parents. They didn't just spend my money. They were flaunting it. They were rubbing my face in the fact that my dream was funding their new life, and they didn't feel a single ounce of guilt. That was it. I went straight to their house. My sister was there. I was done being nice. I was firm. I need the money you owe me. This isn't a request anymore. My startup opportunity with Maya is here. And my future is on the line. And that's when my mother just laughed.
Oh, honey.
She said, looking at my dad.
We always saw that as your wedding gift. You should be happy you were able to help your family.
I just stared at her, and it was like a switch flipped. Suddenly, I wasn't their daughter. I was the enemy. All three of them. They ganged up on me. My sister called me selfish. My dad said I was obsessed with money and unloving, but it was my mom who went for the kill. She started bringing up things from high school.
After all we did for you, all the sacrifices we made, we paid for your college books, didn't we? This is how you repay us.
They were trying to make me feel small, to make me feel guilty for asking for what was mine. They were twisting everything to make me the villain. I just stood there, completely blindsided. And I realized they weren't just refusing to pay me. They were punishing me for even asking. I left. I didn't say another word. I walked out, got in my car, and I sat there shaking. I was completely emotionally shattered, and honestly, I was scared. I was scared that they had just stolen my future, and that there was nothing I could do. I went home, and I just felt defeated, numb. I opened my laptop looking for, I don't know what. Proof that I wasn't crazy. I opened my old text messages from that week of panic. And there it was. It wasn't just a vague promise. It was a group chat, a specific text from my father.
We agreed to a loan of $40,000 for the venue and expenses to be repaid in full starting in August. I give you my word.
And the replies, my mom.
Yes, this is a loan.
My sister.
Thank you. We will pay you back.
And even my new brother-in-law.
We agree to these terms.
The shaking stopped. The fear. It just vanished. And it was replaced by this cold, hard clarity. I stopped crying. I realized this wasn't a family squabble. It was a breach of contract. This wasn't a betrayal. It was a transaction. I didn't call. I didn't text. I didn't give them a warning. I screenshot the entire text chain. I printed the bank transfer statement. And the next morning, I filed a civil suit for the full $40,000, plus filing fees and interest. A week later, my parents, my sister, and my brother-in-law were all served papers at their homes and at their jobs. The humiliation was, from what I heard, immediate and intense. My phone exploded. It was a symphony of them screaming.
You're suing us. You are destroying this family. This is going too far. How could you do this?
I let them finish, and then I just calmly said, you told me it was a gift. I'm just getting a legal ruling on it because you're taking advantage of me. You told me it wasn't a loan. But the evidence says otherwise. I'll see you in court. Faced with ironclad, written evidence that they couldn't gaslight or bully their way out of, they were forced to settle immediately to avoid a public judgment. My sisters knew. Wealthy in-laws found out about the whole thing and were, apparently, horrified that their son had married into a family of frauds. I got my money. Every cent. And I launched the startup with Maya. That's sustainable packaging tech. It absolutely exploded. We hit profitability within 6 months. We're hiring, expanding, and honestly, the growth is mind-boggling. Every day, I wake up and get to work on something I believe in, with a true partner who values me. Maya is more than a business partner. She's the sister my real sister never was. I learned a valuable $40,000 lesson about who my family really is. And looking at where I am now, surrounded by genuine support and building a life I love. I can honestly say it was the best investment I ever made.